We are very glad that you all are here today, and it is an honor for us to have so many good old friends here. And I do mean old.
Wait a minute! Oh my goodness me! Look who, Rhonda, you let your hair grow out. No? Oh, okay. Oh, you're not Rhonda. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Don't people confuse you? When the hair was short, right?
They did. I was always, hi, Rhonda. I'm like, I'm Susan.
Okay, all right. You need to work through that on your own time.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, thank you.
I have issues. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. How are you? We are here for Rhonda Palooza. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Ivana Dream. Now, here's the deal. Rhonda could have had Mickey Mouse. Could have had Cinderella. You could have had a villain come through the door, but she wanted tired old Ivana Dream! Okay, are you lip-sticking up right now?
I am.
It is one of the things I was going to make fun of, because you were constantly lip-sticking up. What, are we going to make out? Why did you just put lipstick on? Hubert's in the room. Oh no, I did my own makeup. Okay, so here's the deal. I am your fairy godmother. I am the fairy godmother, the retiree that helps with retirement. You can sign up for vision, dental, and Ivana. And she got Ivana. Yeah, so I'm gonna come down there if you don't mind. Just to see who all is here. Look at all the lovely people that are here to celebrate. Rhonda, you're loved by so many. Others, I'm sure, are just here for free cocktails. They're not free. They're $18 for a glass of wine. Okay, work through this. I think most of us here are at a higher level and can afford the $18 glass of wine. You know what I'm saying?
You got a mixed drink because the wine was so expensive.
Wait, the mixed drink is cheaper than the wine? Oh my word, sweetie, get me a vodka tonic. All right. So, you know what, I don't know if you folks know this, but we're gonna live your life for a little bit. I had no idea we're back where it all, oh look, his friend got you off, she's still 5 feet tall. Okay. Oh my word, she started shrinking at a much earlier age than most of us do. It's gonna start happening to you, Rhonda. You're gonna shrink, you know that.
Oh, this way,
but I'm saying you'll get shorter too, though. I mean, Fran, goodness gracious, you're gonna be a blip on a screen pretty soon. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna get distracted because I'm seeing people that I'm like, really? You're still alive, and you really? I mean, Brian Chambers came out of the crypt. To you, but hold on. Now I see there's a lot going. Oh dear, I tell you what, let me tell you something, Rhonda. If you think ever in your wildest imagination, if you're leaving today and you're like, oh no, they're going to forget me. They're not going to remember Rhonda Day Ross. Come on, Gene Columbus is still invited back. Come on. Gene on Gene Columbus and he still comes back, doesn't he? He just, look at you. Oh my God, how are you, Gene Columbus? Oh, look at that. Kiss the ring right there. There it is. And look at this. Ooh, the food truck. Yeah, ooh, the New Orleans. Oh, Dave Russell, cat, fat, hat, bat, rat. Sorry, old show director of mine. We dated once. But anyway, Rhonda, back to you. Now, here's the deal. Okay, hold on. Where is he? Wait, here. Is it surprising to anyone in the room that Rhonda is controlling this moment? Rhonda isn't. First of all, she planned everything here tonight. Horses. Shush. Okay. I love him too. She said, go talk to Doug Klug. That's what she's worried about. Look at Doug Klug back here. Look, hi, Doug. Look at you in your little shorts. Thank you for dressing up for the party. How are you? You were smart. You were tired and you got out without doing a darn thing. You're like, I'm getting out. Are you filming? How are you? I think of your little Prius every time I pull into the parking lot, and it's never there. Are you still worried about the earth and all that? Are you taking trips?
Solar-powered electric car.
You have a solar power. Sit down, you're a nerd. Okay. is a solar-powered electric car. Okay, and where did it get you? At the Skyway, right? Are you working? Look at you! Wait, how did everyone? Can all of you stand up when I approach you? Because that is so cute. He stands up. You got a head of hair. He stands up. Whatever. You can sit back down. You are still at the Skyliner? Yes. I have to come harass you at the Skyliner. Watch your step, please remain seated. But no stress. Is there any stress? Yeah. Do you have Rhonda controlling your life at the Skyliner? No. Look, I love that. Look how happy he looks. Isn't that adorable? Hi, gals. Do I know you and I don't know I know you?
They're from Mission Success.
They're what?
They're from Mission Success, a group that we have.
Oh, they're our favorite group, Mission Success. You two are? You're not. She is. You are. Okay, all right. Rhonda, I'm about to give you the wand and let you do the shtick. I would rather be drinking at this point. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so what I heard yesterday, true story, I heard we are back where it all began. She was a costumer at the top of the world. Did you know that? Someone yesterday. Oh, family's here. Auntie Rhonda. So she cleaned tights at the top of the world. That's what two fellas said, which kind of confused me. They said she cleaned our tights, and I'm like, I don't think you wore tights, Steve and Tracy. Okay, all right. So you started there, and then you went to were you SAC Theater first, and then I don't know that path.
I started as a costume.
See, this is how you do it. I ask you the questions, and then you can talk. So I asked you. You can talk.
I started as a costume assistant. My first show was in this very ballroom.
What was your first show in this very ballroom?
Musical World with Andy Taylor, Julia Farrell.
Yes, Music of the World.
Musical World.
Musical World with Andy Taylor. Did Andy Taylor make it to the party? She'll be here, I think, maybe. Oh, Michael Fletcher. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, so then when did you go to SAC Theater? Was before?
No, then I went to pass.
It's going to be a long night, so make sure you get another $20 glass of wine. Right. Okay, all right. Because these are the SAC girls. I don't know if you ever hear Rhonda talk about the SAC girls. Yes. Oh, Alice! They're all here. They actually did improv at the Last Supper. Now, I had to tell them. I tell you what, no, seriously.
We did.
Jesus himself loved a little cat, fat, hat, bat, rat. And the SAC girls showed up with a trunk show. You did a trunk show. And the disciples were on the floor. I mean, seriously. Who?
John was very funny.
Don? John. And this is coming from a girl who knows only the Old Testament. But anyway. Oh my word. Okay, so then you did that, and then I don't know if you know this, she was a Streetmosphere, not Citizens of Hollywood, but Streetmosphere.
With the incredible Terry Ward.
The incredible Terry Ward, who happens, he happens to be a really good kisser. Who's made out with him? Anyway, and her character name, now, Ken, had we gotten away with this, she was Mona Loud. Let's just let that sit for a second. Very great punny name. It could really be a real name, right? Mona Loud.
I'll never forget the day Sally Struthers said, I can't believe they let you get away with that name. And
okay, she doesn't have a microphone, so I'll tell you.
I did.
Susan, give me the mic. She said, Sally Struthers said,
I can't believe you get away with that name.
Yeah, well, back then, I mean, who cared? It was Disney MGM Studios. You didn't know it was dirty? Okay. This could be why you married at 50. All right, okay. No, we got another one. You can stop me when I get the facts wrong. You can stop me. Okay, so Mona Loud. I've heard plenty of stories about Mona Loud. And then, of course, where did you go? Okay, then you skipped stage management. You didn't even need stage management. You did. Where did you do stage management?
I was a stage manager.
Oh, it's not on. Too bad. Okay.
Mic 3. I was a stage manager.
Mic 3.
She's Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then I was a stage manager at the Indiana Jones epic stunt
wow.
spectacular,
Okay, I forgot all that part of
the
your life.
old home of Diana Chambers.
Okay, the old home of Diana Chambers. Where was she? She's way in the back. The old home of Diana Chambers. Okay, and then?
And then I became a stage manager and an associate show director at the convention business at the studios.
Right.
Where I learned a lot.
Right.
Because of Tammy Dam Drury Smith,
Who's sitting right behind you.
I
She
know.
retired too. Should I give her some attention?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
please.
because you snuck out too. A lot of you good ones snuck out. And then there's Mark Huffman. I see you back there. Ah, I know it, I know. Okay, so anyway, so then you became a show director, producer, and now you pretty much run the building.
with a lot of other people.
With a lot. Oh, I just got the Rhonda Ross look. I'm like, don't say that, don't say that. Yeah, you do a lot.
I have done a lot in my time.
Yes.
I've done a lot.
You
I
have.
know a lot. I know where the bodies are buried, just like Gary Alexander in decorating, in entertainment.
Once
I know
again,
where
who's got the
bodies
big
are
dress
buried.
on in the crowd? Okay. Fabulous, amazing career. I mean, really, I'm going over an hour on the clock. Let me get this out. It's part of your budget. Okay, so then it's blown, just the flowers alone. But anyway, I digress. So. Here's what now, Dave, your sweet husband, Dave. Is this the bonus daughter?
Dr. Jessica Ross.
This is the bonus daughter. I've heard it. Let me tell you something. Everyone in the building has heard about you for years.
I'm so sorry.
And I love the whole bonus daughter. I love the relationship that this has become. I'm fearful for your father because, yeah, here's the deal. We've all lived with Rhonda during the day, have we not? And they had the best relationship because he worked nights and she worked days. And now you have her all the time. 24/7. Are you ready to travel and see the world? Yeah, I know your cruise planners are here, your tour guides are here. And this is a sister and your nephew. Well, how many sisters? This is it. Okay. And yet we have heard about you as well. Look at you. You've grown up around us as well, right?
Yes.
Yes, you have. How old are you now?
29.
29 years old. Wow. Good gracious. And Rhonda's helped a little bit with this.
Oh, always.
Oh, always. Well, I tell you what, she has had quite the illustrious career. And you know, we sit there and you wonder, is she going to be? You're going to be remembered. You're going to be remembered. I mean, honestly, we still talk about Barbara Carabeo from Costuming, God rest her soul, and we still talk. Oh, stop it! And no, I'm just saying, there's people who. She is no longer with us. And then we still, look, Brian Chambers, we still talk about Sue Jacoberger, all of these are, yes. And like I said, Gene Columbus, Fran Falcone, Fran, how long have you been gone? 5 years, and we still talk about Fran Falcone. Susie Marshall was another one at the Last Supper, honestly. And we still talk about, you have had an amazing career and have impacted all of us in so many special ways. Now, I do have a letter here. This is fascinating. Now, you're not going to do one, I know you're a big New England Patriots fan. You're not going to do that Tom Brady where you retire and then you come back. Okay.
I'm
Mike 3, she's got the
Mike
mic.
3.
Okay.
I'm retiring from Disney,
Right.
but I still plan on working because I'm not dead yet.
Right. Yay! She's actually, well, I'll talk about that later. So I reached out to some folks, and one, and because I knew he would have some words to share. So this is a note from our dear friend, Greg Triggs. So this could take some time. Here, can you hold that? Behave. Okay. There's a nasty rumor going around that Rhonda Day Ross is retiring. Ridiculous. She's ending her time at Disney, but ain't no way Mrs. Ross is ever gonna retire. She has too much to offer for that ever to really be the case. Board work, benefits, family, travel. She's going to be busier than ever. Years from now, when she's living in a community for people of a certain age, she's going to be arranging all-nighters at the casino following the excellent example of her dear, dear mom, Thelma. She will be calling me to remind me that we're both supposed to renew our memberships to the AAFVRRFOP, which of course stands for the American Association of Very Retired, Really Flippin' Old Persons. She will be involved. Rhonda Day was my first Disney friend. She invited me to my first Orlando party. She told me where to get my hair cut to remain in Disney look. Remember when we had the Disney look? Do you remember that?
The Disney look that meant something.
Do you remember that? Oh, who cares now? Okay. Anyway, she took me to Fridays on Republic Drive and paid because rent was due and I was waiting for my 90-day raise. Rhonda hired me for my first outside gig, during which she made me play a high school football coach wearing way too tight coaching shorts. And let's, all of us that know Greg Triggs right now, let's just imagine him in too tight of a pair of shorts. She hired me to be the lead investigator for the disappearance of the Nestle's Quick Bunny. Relax, we found him. She hired me to be the rapping head chef for Panera Bread. She hired me to be Johnny Fancy, the Starbucks spokesperson crashing a Dunkin' Donuts convention. We were once married on the studio streets before our characters rushed off to Brazil to open a turismo. Each moment is treasured. Rhonda has taught me to laugh at myself. For I think her 40th birthday, she asked me, this is so you and I love you for it, she asked me and other good friends to help throw, donate, and reorganize. We were in her kitchen, I opened a cupboard, and was confronted by a castle of old, I can't believe it's not butter, margarine tubs. I suggested perhaps we should get rid of some of them. Rhonda resisted. I said, let's just look through them. Some were melted from the microwave, some were cracked, some were biodegrading, but all were precious to Rhonda. Rhonda loved those damn tubs. But after pointing out that it seemed likely there were more to be had in her future, she let go and we laughed. I still think of her when passing, and I can't believe it's not butter in the dairy case at my local grocer's, and wonder if it really needs to be refrigerated. This is not good. Okay, I got it. Okay, I suggest that perhaps everyone's time at Disney is similar. There comes a time when it's time to let go, to the extent that we can. No one can ever really leave Disney. It's like, I can't believe it's not butter. It becomes part of our DNA. Rhonda Day Ross has been part of making the magic since the 1980s, probably for 2/3 of Walt Disney World's history. It is impossible to count how many wonderful memories she has helped create for guests and cast members. Her contributions are infinite. Rhonda, it's time to turn in your Disney ears, but never your Disney heart. Thanks for being my Disney friend. Now, I have to tell you a really quick story about Rhonda and myself. We got to travel a few years back to Las Vegas. And we were going to Las Vegas. I think I was Ivana Dream, I don't know. And Dennis Wurzman, is he here?
No, he's in Bermuda.
Okay, well, let's just, some of our higher ups, let's just remember this. Cindy and Ray, people who are in charge of the money in the building. Dennis said, you know what, I'll splurge, and you two can go to a Cirque du Soleil show. Oh, ooh, Dennis was going to let us go to a Cirque show. So, and Disney was going to pay for it, Cindy. So we go to see Ka. Now, we have flown from Las Vegas. We're exhausted. And Ka did that performance theming thing that we've taken to, you know, like, welcome to Moe's, that kind of thing, where they always, everyone's got to be themed. So everyone was themed to an Asian village. And they had the hats, and everything was, welcome to the village, welcome to our village. Everywhere we took, where's your seat in your village? Where's your village? And Rhonda got so fed up and goes, is there a bathroom in your village? She was done when we were tired. She was done. Is there a bathroom in your village? Like, Dennis paid for these tickets, calm down. But I tell you, as Ivana dream and who I am underneath all of this. She has meant the world to me in that building. She was always one. Billy and I had the fortunate opportunity years ago to host the 20 plus service banquet awards when they were here at the Contemporary. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy and the Gang. Yeah, she made me sing a boy's part. But anyway, that's when she started. She would call us on the way home to tell us that we had done a great job. She was always one to call us afterwards to say good job. So I love that about her. Yes, she's made an impact on what I do every day. But more important, it's the times that I've gone into her office crying with my own challenges away from here. She's a great listener and a good friend, and no one is going to forget Rhonda Day Ross. Right now, because Susan will get mad at both of us. Yeah.
Thank you, Ivana. You're after 5. You're in OT now, and if you could just scoot along. That's a joke, Cindy.
Yes, no, I'm fine.
It's my cost center. No. So thank you, and who can top that? So hopefully the next group can. We are going to move on with our program, and we're bringing in. Wait a minute. Is our next group here? Is our presenter? Is our next presenter here? No, it's Ladies and gentlemen,
y'all ready for this?
it's David Letterman.
Thank you. No one should ever have to follow Sheila. It's just not fair. I am very pleased and proud to be here tonight to talk about Rhonda, who I have spent a lot of time with. The PSAV folks have nominated me to take care of that for them. But what's most interesting is the room that we are in. The ballroom of the Americas. It's old, it's outdated, and a bit odoriferous, kind of like retiring, right, Rhonda? Okay, maybe not. But back in 1978, I was in this room doing shows. In fact, 76 to 84. That sounds about right. And I went off and I traveled the world and the US, kind of like Woodless relocation. But I came back and found myself working for PSAV, but assigned to the Disney Event Group to help facilitate that relationship. Is there anybody that was here in 2006 when that change took over? Yeah, it was pretty sad, wasn't it? Yeah, PSAV was not ready for the job whatsoever. They were just under-resourced. It was a surprise for everybody. And there I was, supposed to be the liaison to help make it go well. So my first year, I'm out in my car, I'm going from property to property to see how they're going. And I wander into the Coronado Hotel where the 20-plus service anniversary. Oh, no. She knows what's coming. So I walked into the room. It was their first rehearsal day, and you could feel the tension in the room. In fact, you could see the tension in the room because a DEG production manager was belly to belly with the PSAV project manager trying to argue over the issues. So it was a very tough situation, but Rhonda had been through a lot. Acting, directing. So the next day I wanted to make sure I was there at the top of rehearsal. So I'm sitting in the audience just like you. It's a rehearsal day, the room is dimmed, just everyone's here for the cast and the band and the crew. They're waiting on Rhonda. From a dim corner of the room, she comes walking towards us, wearing her underwear on the outside of her pants. At first, I thought it was just a mistake. But then I came to realize that Rhonda knew she had to break the tension. She had to get everybody to focus on the business and feel less animosity, and it worked. The show was a success. The cast, the musicians were fantastic. PSAV learned a lot that they benefited from later. So it was all good. So that was my first experience, really, with Rhonda.
I love her.
It was just the panties, not the bra.
That's not how I remember it. And that's an image I won't forget. It's an image I can't forget, actually. So, Rhonda moved from a creative position into a producer position. And I also moved in my position into a role where partner events and internal events became my focus as her. So we got to work together a lot. Now, if you know Rhonda, you know she eats healthy, right? She brings her meals from home every week. And we would occasionally eat lunch together in her office and chat about things, and sometimes she'd even share her food with me. One particular dish is the famous beets and feta cheese salad. Okay, this may surprise some of you, but beets was not high on my entree list. But I did learn to like it because of Rhonda. And you know, when we were in that office and eating and talking about work, we would get into other things too, and we found a couple other commonalities. We both found that we had some challenges with our mothers getting older. We would commiserate, share ideas, and when my mother died, she was there for me, and vice versa for her. So I am very pleased to be up here and to say thank you, Rhonda, for everything. We have a little thing we'd like to present to you, Rhonda. Would you mind coming up on stage for a moment?
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way.
If you can't see it, it's a cartoon showing a bunch of superheroes wearing their underwear on the outside. At one point it did say guys who wear their underwear on the outside, but we changed it to heroes. And you were a hero for us. Got it. But don't go away. Wait, there's more. Are we ready? Hit it! Get your photos. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Rhonda. Susan, By the way, Susan and I, for 3 years, worked together at Pioneer Hall, so it's like old home week, I guess. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Will Seaton! I too was at the Hoop-de-Doo Last Supper with Sue Marshall. Okay. All right, the fun is continuing. Rhonda, sit down. Just sit down, please. This is our last day to boss you around for crying out loud.
You can still call me out.
Don't you worry, we'll do it. During scheduling meeting. Are you happy with this schedule, Rhonda? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now another very dear and long-time friend of Rhonda's is here today to also share a very special message. You know him, you love him, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Flanagan!
Thank you. Oh, God, I know where it is.
I know.
Yeah. I performed on the stage when it was this was the biggest ballroom we had at Walt Disney World back in the day, and Andy Taylor did arrive. She is here. She's in the back. Rhonda was talking about how she worked here during It's a Big Wide Page Record World We Live In. Yeah. Great show. So I'm here to tell you a little few stories about Rhonda pre-Disney. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but Rhonda and I actually grew up together in Avon, Massachusetts. We went to what they call junior high and high school together. And Rhonda was pretty much my protector through high school. She was one that took me under my wing. I was bullied a lot, and she was always there to rescue me. We did theater together. I was one of maybe 3 guys in theater. And we did a lot of shows. We did specialty acts. Her and I were always the comedic specialty act at all of our concerts and all. And we had a lot of plans for when high school was over. Rhonda graduated the year before me. She went off to Emerson College. But when I graduated, our plan was to move to California and become famous. So the day after I graduated high school, Rhonda had gotten me a shirt that said "Discover Me," and we boarded a Greyhound bus and went across the country for 3 days and landed in California. We had a little song that we sang. Do you remember the song? We're going to LACA, LACA, here we come. Ba-dum, ba-dum. We live with cockroaches and rats and man, we're gonna. Yeah, so we had this whole song we were singing all the way across. And when we got off the bus, there was a fight happening in the middle with the bus driver and somebody, and we got so scared that we took all of our savings, bought a plane ticket home, and lasted 2 weeks there did a little vacation. That was it. That was our time there. We spent Rhonda's 19th birthday there. That's, yep. We had a lot of fun. When we came back, Rhonda and I worked for the same company, and then I went to school, and she went to school, and I got my job at Disney years later. And I'm not sure if many of you know that Rhonda was a stand-up comedian, a very successful one in the Boston area. Yes, she was. She worked with Stephen Wright. There were a lot of comedians there, and she was always a huge success when we did that. And then I came down here to work at Walt Disney World. Rhonda came to visit, went back home, packed her bags, and moved back. So you're welcome. Yes. And so Rhonda has, she's gone through her whole list of careers here. And, even though that Rhonda was a show director, she really did not play favoritism, because there was only one show that you directed me in, A Tale of Two Artists, that I got to perform, and then the 20 Plus Awards too. Yeah, so she really didn't cast me in a whole lot of things. So thank you for that. Yeah. So, I wrote a little tribute to Rhonda, if you will. I'm always wanting to rewrite words to Disney music. So here we go. When your name is Rhonda Ross and Mickey Mouse is your boss. I'm not sure we can say that anymore. Can we say that? Are we not allowed to say that? We're not allowed to say it, but I did. So, all right. 34 years making magic, we're so proud. She was funny on the street, played Mama, what was her name? Mama Melrose, where kids eat, citizens of Hollywood, as Mona Loud. Fate is kind, directing shows for years, producer, volunteers, quite a career here. But now it's time to bid adieu. New adventures awaiting you. When your name is Rhonda Ross, you make dreams come true. Thank you for your years of friendship. Thank you for being here. You're going to be amazing. Susan Waldrop. Bring it down. You don't walk up the stairs?
No, I can't at my age anymore. I have not had the Botox. All right, and now, hold on. Rhonda again, doing what she wants. Can you, oh yeah, whatever, sit down. Are you done? Okay. Can I go on? Sure. Okay. You tearing up? Yeah. Okay, do you need a napkin? Remember how you put on mascara today for the first time in weeks? Come on. Yeah, well, that okay. All right, so now we are moving into a very important part of our program where this is our opportunity to say, oh, look at Alex, see, look, you're so sweet. She talks about you all the time. Don't let her cry too much. So now it is time for the fun and games is over, people. So the food's going away in 10 minutes too, so just FYI if you need that. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to, I don't think you're supposed to say that either. People, I need to bring up someone very important, and our leader at the Disney Event Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cindy Garber.
Thank you, Susan. First of all, those of you that I don't know, so that if things have changed and evolve over time. So I think it was January of 2020, I became the director of Disney Event Group, which really consists of 20 different areas, one of them being entertainment. So I have no background of entertainment. I never went to school. I don't have anything. So I really have evolved and learned. And I have to say, Rhonda, of everyone that I've gotten to know the closest, even though I've known you probably for half of your 34 years, I've evolved and got to know you the best the last 3 years. And I know the impact that you've made on everyone here in this room. You've made that impact on me over the last 3 years. So I'm gonna tear up. But I will miss you. I will miss our monthly chats. She does this newsletter to continue to educate the whole team. And I will miss our time. So I hope you still call me and spend time and catch up. But I just want to thank you, first of all, on behalf of the company for your 34 years. And we're going to give you a little token, which pales in comparison of the leadership, dedication, passion that you've brought for you. And I wish you the best, personally, with Dave in your next chapter, and stay in touch, personally. So, thank you.
I know you all, Cindy's like, oh, I don't know entertainment, but you should see her sometimes dancing down the hall. She's got it. Janie's got choreography for her. It works perfectly. Thank you very much, and you can open that whenever. And now if I could introduce our longtime friend as well, and my leader, Ray Fournier.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we're going to do a toast here, and let's pass out the champagne. We want to make sure everyone gets a glass.
I know you didn't ask for that, but I saved money in the budget.
Yes.
You guys, everybody grab a champagne if you like, and if you
Yes,
run out,
please.
don't run out. Share sips.
So Rhonda, before we start the toast, while we're passing out, a little birdie told me that you recently described your role as being raised. I don't think I'm allowed to say that word on Walt Disney World property.
I can say it. It's a good role.
And I don't know how to take that, but it's a good role. But what I want you to know is that what I saw in you is a great leader who always had my back. I appreciate that so much. You always were focused on your cast and making sure that they came first. You never lose sight of our North Star, which is our guest, and making sure that we deliver every single day. We're on target to do 3,000 entertainment events this year. Every one of those clients expect a Disney quality experience, and you can't get it wrong, right? And she led an incredible team of entertainment managers. I'm so proud of all of you as well. To great success. So also you helped me drive the business at DEG, and it hasn't always been easy. We've had to make some hard decisions, and you've always spoke from your heart and fought, always keeping the cast and the guest first. And I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. So let's raise our glass to Rhonda Ross for 34 amazing years, 33, 34. I guess you can say at the 7 years, 40 really, 7 years with SAC Theater on the street. So you've been with the guests for 40 years really. Congratulations on an amazing career. Thank you for all that you have done, all the service that you have done for the company. You will certainly be missed. I wish the best for your future endeavors. Congratulations. Cheers! Cheers.
Drink up, people.
Thank you. Have a great time, everyone. It's so great. Oh, actually, I'm going to pass it back to the host.
That Ray and his blue name tag. All right, and now it is very, very special. We are now going to invite our guest of honor.
I get to talk?
Yeah. Again, the food is up in 5, and we ought to be clear by 6, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the one, the only, the legend, Rhonda Day Ross.
Thank you. Do you like my new shoes? Is Hubert still here? I don't think I reapplied my lipstick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. So, first of all, I'm looking out at the room going, oh my gosh, like so many people that I love and admire and respect came today. And I am so grateful. And I'm very disappointed in each and every one of you. And let me tell you why. There is a gift table on that wall, right? But Gary, could you do a Vanna White for me? Gary and Sue will be there. Oh my gosh, look who's here. Remy's here. Oh my gosh. So Gary and Sue behind Remy and Rose is a gift table. And so there are water bottles that say, I had limited letters to put on these water bottles. I wanted to say you are all rock stars, but I just think it says you are all stars. And so I hope before you leave, everyone will take a water bottle. And on the table are pens that say, I am grateful for you, with my name on it, because I want to make sure you don't forget me.
You're unforgettable.
I am hoping so. There are people like, I'm seeing Brian Crawford and Amy Pfeiffer, and I'm thinking to myself, they're probably like saying, oh good, we want to forget her, you know. But I have so, that makes me so happy. I have so enjoyed my time learning about the weddings business and the difficulties and the challenges. And somebody approached me and asked me when I retire if I wanted to get into weddings. I think you can imagine what I said. I said, I appreciate that. I appreciate how
special it is to make someone's day so wonderful. And I will leave that to you to do because it's such a high stressful job. So as I look out here, there are so many people I want to mention, and I wrote notes and I'm not even looking at them. But earlier this week, somebody said to me, "Hey, was so-and-so invited to your party?" And I said, "No." And I started to think about it. And what meant something to me was not the food. I didn't care about having fancy food.
Now you tell me.
I was like, "Susan, I don't care if we have chips and salsa. To me, it's the people that are important." So thank you all for being my people. Some of you don't know, I have moderated a women's group called Mission Success since we came back from the pandemic. And 3 of my Mission Success group are here today representing. And there are people in Mission Success from Washington, D.C., from Connecticut. A lot of them are from California. And we have helped lift each other up and helped each other when we have issues and problems, not only at work, but at home. And we help each other move forward and grow. And it's been such an amazing thing. And so I'm just grateful that you're here. When I walked into this room and I saw how beautiful it looked, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this and this setup with this video. And that's my Encore friends. And Rudy is off today. But Rudy came in on his day off wearing his Rudalicious name tag for me because I called him Rudalicious. And it just means, and he came up and did a little kick line. Come on, people. Mark Kish's wife, Michelle, came in. I mean, the fact that I'm looking around and so many of you are here and showed up for me. Jen Hayes and Zonia have been so important to me. And I looked earlier and I didn't see them. And I was like, well, something came up. And now I'm standing up here and I see them. And I'm like, oh. And everyone that's in this room here tonight know, including you, Seneca, who I just have seen for the first time, I am not expiring, I am retiring. And I would love to continue for each and every one of you to continue to be in my life. And when I look out and I see Rich Taylor and Andy Taylor back there, and I saw Jean Columbus earlier, these are the people that saw something in me that helped me go from a performer, director, producer, writer in SAC Theater. Because when you were in SAC Theater, there were no unions, you could do everything. It was true. And they saw something in me and helped me get to where I am today, retiring. They helped me on my path to be a show director, to be a producer. And I remember the show that's meant the most to me in my career has been the Service Celebration show. And one of the things I got to do was interview cast members and hear their stories. And when I got to hear their stories, it moved me and changed me for my life. For my life. I heard stories of a man who came from Cuba, got a job as a waiter at Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, and was so proud because of working at Disney, he was able to put one child through law school and one child through medical school. Wow. And he was celebrating his 30th anniversary with the company and could not have been more proud. I heard stories of people meeting here and getting married, and like Fran and Don Roth who met here and got married. That event touched me so much, and I would not have been a part of that event if it weren't for Rich Taylor. And I remember the DEG team going to Rich and saying, nope, Rhonda is our girl, she's our show director, we want her to do this. And nothing has meant more to me in my career than that opportunity to do that. So thank you so much for that. So I just have so many memories. You know, Brian Chambers, I did not think was going to be here, but he's here. A trip got canceled and he's here. And when I was made a producer, it was said, we need to put her with a strong production manager. Thus, it was Brian Chambers. So Brian Chambers bossed me around, much like Susan did tonight, and Brian Chambers taught me how he wanted me to be as a producer. And I am forever grateful. And he would come in and he would teach me ER2, but I was never allowed to tell anybody. Don't tell anybody I taught you this. And then I was handed off to Liz Michelle, and Liz Michelle is, she's a producer now, for those of you who didn't know. Oh, hi Liz. Is Sydney here? Liz doesn't like to be acknowledged in public, but I will, because I'm retiring. Liz is a dynamo. She's smarter than anyone knows, and she's a harder worker than you can ever imagine. And I hope that she will continue to flourish and grow. And she, just like Brian, as my production manager, taught me so much. And then there's a group of people sitting here at this table here. I am leaving. I feel like I'm leaving at the top of, like, how can I leave with a better team? Like, I have the most amazing, amazing team right now. And I'm proud of each and every one of them. I have faith in each and every one of them. The future of DEG is sitting right at this table right here. Future show directors, future entertainment, future production managers, future producers, future director, all of them are right here. And, oh, some back there. And I'm leaving knowing that everybody is in such good hands and that evolution is great. And evolution is wonderful. And you'll all find a new way of being. Some of you have said, what am I going to do without you? It's easy. You know, there'll be other people. You'll have to learn. The best thing is to learn new people to be your advocates and to be your champions. And I would be remiss if I don't say anything about Doug Klug, who was my champion for quite a while, thank you, Doug, who retired during the pandemic, so he didn't get any pomp and circumstances. Not that he would want pomp and circumstance, but he didn't get any even if he wanted it. And I am so grateful for you, Doug. And here at this table directly in front of me, I have my husband. Hey. Don't you feel... Dave Ross, who, he's a saint, correct? Thank you. Yes, he's a saint. Terry Ward, I agree with you, he's totally a saint. And you know, you kind of think, how is it going to be? But we've kind of been practicing retirement for the last month and a half, and we really like each other. And it's great. And because of Dave Ross, I've been blessed with a bonus daughter. And she's not any bonus daughter. She is Dr. Jessica Ross. So when you screw up your kids, send them to Jessica. She can help unscrew them. And I couldn't believe that and Jessica lives in Kansas City, and she came in, and I can't believe that my sister Sandy and my nephew Alex, they also flew in for this. So here's just one last story, because Sue Jacoberger is here and she'll appreciate this. A little story that kind of is about Alex. And I told him not to let me talk too long, so I'm sorry. So I was a show director doing an event with community relations. And I pitched an idea of having a children's choir sing at this community relations event. And the community relations representative said, all right, that's good, I like the children's choir, but don't have it be like that children's choir at the Millennial Celebration, because in that choir were kids with Down syndrome, and I don't want that. Alex, do you have Down syndrome?
Yes.
Yes, proudly he does. And so I was like, you don't want kids with Down syndrome. And Sue and Rick Baranka was the producer, and they're looking at me like, oh no, what is she gonna do? And inside myself, I was saying, oh no, what am I gonna do? And I said, okay, well, what about kids with like crutches or glasses? Are they okay? And he said, oh yeah, they're good. Yeah. So, and then I said a couple more things. Okay, well, what about kids, like, if they have bandages or slings? Like, I kind of beat it into the ground a little bit. And so, I know you're surprised. So when we left, Sue and Rick and I left, and our eyes were all wide open, and then the event services manager said, you shouldn't have said that to our client. It was very bad of you. I'm like it was better than the alternative. But it ended up that we had a choir, and guess what? The choir had kids with Down syndrome. Yeah. And they were fabulous. Yeah. They killed it. So Juan, if you can play the track. So I want to say that I used to be, Mark, could you bring out the music stand? So years ago, I sang once in a while. Thank you. Years ago I sang, but I don't sing anymore. But there was something in my heart that I felt like I could only get out through song. So it's not going to sound like singing. It's like, this is the second time in my life I've sung in front of Andy Taylor that I just wanted to crap my pants. It's not like Andy Taylor singing. It's more about the message that I would like to say to each and every one of you. And I didn't mention my sax sisters. My sax sisters are here. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led, see, I have 5 notes, people, to those who help us most to grow, if we let them, and I learned this lesson far too late, I'm sorry, so you guys learn it now. And I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pushed from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder, thank you Rudy, halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I can say I've definitely been changed for the better because I knew you. I have been changed for good. I'll never be as good as Terry Hamill. She's the nicest person ever, but won't be good. If you know the lyrics, theater kids, please sing along. That we may never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I've learned from you. You'll be with me. Like a handprint on my heart. I know whatever way this story ends, I know you have written mine by being my like a ship blown from its mooring by the wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a sky bird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Sing it louder. Because I knew you. I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. I'm sure there's many. And then again, There's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Yes, somebody sing the other part. It's a duet at this point. Halfway through the wood, who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew. Because I knew you. I have been changed for good. You all mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. Can I have a big hand for Susan Waldrop and Vicki Scheibel? Thank you so much.
You know, when you're the leader of the Happy Clappy Cub, this is what you do. No, thank you very much, Rhonda. It's been great having all of you here today to celebrate Rhonda. It's no secret, she and I have been through some stuff. But again, all these years later, again, just like everyone else, so very grateful for the unsolicited advice that might have come a few times. And that will never change. That will never change. So thank you all for being here. Please make sure that you have an opportunity to share a video message in the back. And then our memory book, please make sure and sign our memory book, which is over here somewhere. And then, and then take a gift, because I didn't buy that. That didn't fit in my budget, so she bought her own gifts. But again, thank you all very much. There's still some food left. We're here till 6. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rhonda.
This is video.
Congratulations, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
Yeah, show them.
We need to get one with Sheila. We should go get one.
Model for us. There we go.
She signed my contracts to give me more money than I was expecting. Are you videotaping? She's probably given more financials than Rhonda.
in almost 4
Your
years.
eyes were closed. Look at me.
And we are going to make you an official Uncle Ted.
An honorary tech? Do I have to know something?
No, just be there when we need you.